Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle book review of The World on Sunday, graphic art. This is a newspaper from 1898 to 1911. Obviously, it doesn't include everything, and you can see the details there. Now, the book is 144 pages. Book came about 2006. I bought this for about £20, and you can find it, obviously, available online, £30, £20, that sort of price. And there's the details on the back, and you can see the sort of artwork that's in the rest of the book. Let's just go through it. It is amazing. This is one of the best books I bought for ages and ages. I love this. One of these ones where you get it and you think, I wish there was a volume 2, volume 3. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be anymore. And let's just go through some of the pages. It's just a really amazing book. And actually even more amazing is the story behind it, because you read about these papers were everywhere. Millions and millions of copies were made back in the day. Of course, virtually all of them, if not all of them, are virtually gone. Some libraries have got them, but virtually disappearing. Obviously, microfiche, they've all been turned into that, and probably just not as good. But still, unfortunately, also another problem is they often get sold off to dealers. They get cut up, ripped apart, and that's that. And you can see the books there, obviously, that were in the libraries. And I just think that's just really quite sad that they're all gone. But I know myself, when I've been up to the British Library and you look on microfiche, you just can't get the original newspapers anymore, which is such a pity, because it is just really amazing looking through old newspapers. And I mean, look at that's just sheer impressiveness. But I really love the way they've done this as well. They haven't sort of made any effort to cut it out, which is good, because that would be a bit terrible a minute after saying about cutting things out. But they've actually just, photographed it as is. And you can just see, obviously the edge there, it's obviously just slightly turning. But that doesn't matter, because you've got the actual Comic Weekly. Look at that. I mean, just so complex. Now, of course, there's some pretty bad stereotypes in this. But obviously it was 1908, that sort of time. And it does actually give the details there. So you've got there, this is 1898, that one, the Sunday Comic Weekly. But it's also got all the various pages there, just absolutely amazing. Also there about eyes, different eyes. And I love the way they've got there for lions, for statesmen, politicians. Certain that is not the case, that every single politician has a certain particular eye look. But still, you've got there another one, The World Comic Weekly again. And you've got, now, obviously there, that's Roosevelt, the Theodore Roosevelt back in the day. But you've also got Divorced in One Dakota Day and many, many others. It's just an absolutely brilliant snapshot of the time. That sort of, obviously, turn of the century, obviously the previous century. Also, you got there, can't even read some of that, but it's just full of just so much information at times. And obviously, it's very small writing. I mean, you really have to but it's not impossible to read. And of course, you can always get a magnifying glass out if you want to do that. But it's just a historical document that's just amazing. This is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful book. And so the depressing thing is, no volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, because I'm certain they've got a lot of material. And of course, I guess it's over in the States, a bit tricky to pop over and, just let's have a look at some of the volumes. But apparently these actually came from the British Library. And I just love the British Library for all those sort of resources. But of course, that's now somewhere up north somewhere. So it's a bit tricky. One time it was at Colindale. You could go to Colindale and you could get all those sort of... Now, of course, it's like... obviously easier but still... I mean, this is just... I love also, look at that. I love these ones where they show the plans of all the places. I'm certain that the White House is nothing like that now. It might be, I don't know, private corridors, bathrooms. Do they actually do that? Plans of the White House? That would seem a bit odd, giving that out, but still. But obviously back then they didn't probably worry about it in the same way. You got there the funny side, Maine? I don't know. Actually, sometimes it's very hard to work out exactly what's going on. I mean, obviously you work the general gist of it, but some of the text and some of the letter... The balloons are very hard to read, and also some of the words are very odd. You think, what's that? Now, I guess, obviously, if you're familiar with some of the expressions and things, it'd probably be easier, but certainly for myself, it's very bit tricky. But two new Americans, was that 12? Oh, yes, that's the trouble. It's like 12 new Americans in a minute, and you've got that picture there, and again, you've got some more just absolutely brilliant cartoons there, cartoon strips, and it's just great. I just love this. This is just an absolutely beautiful book. Really high quality, superb quality. And if you're interested in sort of that expression, platinum age, those sort of that period, I never liked those sort of putting things in particular ages. Just lovely old comic strips. I think this book is just absolutely amazing. As soon as I saw it listed, I think I was reading some other book and it mentioned it, and I thought, oh, must go and check for that one. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, this is definitely a book for me. The World on Sunday, absolute joy to read through this. Brilliant book.